great day, beautiful, and welcome to the Breathe Self Leadership Podcast, where wisdom meets strategy. This is episode 4. I am Dr. Obioma Martin, midwife to millionaire CEOs. Today we are in Proverbs 10:19. When words are many, sin is not absent, but the one who restrains their lips is wise. Now, think about that for a second. When words are many, sin is not absent. As a leader, when sin is present, when opposition, adversity is present, when all of the things that frustrates us, all of the things that irritates us, all of the things that make us want to come out of who we are to reach out and lay hands or touch someone. This is what this is talking about. When words are many, sin is not absent. Like, as a leader, we really have to be so conscious because once our words leave our mouth, it goes into the atmosphere and it creates, and we cannot take our words back. So, so if guarding your heart is internal governance, then disciplined speech is external evidence, right? The Word of God says that out of the heart flows the issues of life. So most problems don't start with action, they start with conversation. And the conversation goes like this: we are over explaining, we are oversharing, we are overreacting, over defending. Now, I understand the root of this as a leader because sometimes we unconsciously end up going into people pleaser mode or and focused on making sure that we're validated. Like, we as leaders oftentimes oftentimes fight for our right to be right, if that makes sense. And so, because we feel like we need to defend, we need to explain, we need to prove, this leads us in conversations that lead us to the over explaining, the oversharing, the overreacting, right? All of those things. As a midwife, I know this. I am yet delivered from all of those behaviors. That's why I can speak to it. What is spoken prematurely is often damaged unnecessarily. Think about that. What is spoken prematurely, meaning before you had an opportunity to pause and process, it is often damaging unnecessarily. Now, some of us are leaking vision through our mouth, and some of us are negotiating boundaries out loud. Some of us are processing emotions publicly that should be handled privately. So I want to invite you to pause for a second and just think about that. Like, allow these words to be a mirror for you so you can think about what you think about when you are frustrated, when you are irritated, when you are pissed, when you are mad, when you are disappointed. What is bubbling up from your heart and coming out of your mouth as a leader? Self leadership requires restraint, not silence, discipline. Here is your leadership nugget number 1. Wise leaders speak intentionally. Proverbs says that when words are many, errors increase. That simply means that every explanation isn't necessary, every thought isn't meant to be voiced, and every emotion doesn't deserve airtime. Think about that. Every emotion doesn't deserve airtime. Everyone don't need to hear what you're thinking or how you are processing. That's between you and God. Leadership is not measured by leadership is not measured by how much you say. It's measured by how well you choose. Let me just say that again. Leadership is not measured by how much you say. It's measured by how well you choose. It's about the decisions we make. Leadership truth number 2. Unrestrained speech reveals ungoverned emotions. When we cannot control our tongue, we haven't mastered self-leadership. And I'm here to tell you that that was the area that I struggled in as a leader. And I was forced to learn how to become disciplined, control my emotions, and learn to be quiet. The Word of God tells us to study to be quiet. In my 20s and my 30s, you could not tell me nothing. But in my 40s, oh, I value these words. I value my words because everyone doesn't need to hear what's on my mind, what's in my heart. Most times, it's just between me and my Lord, and He works it out. So, if you cannot control your tongue, you haven't mastered self leadership. Our speech exposes our frustration, our insecurity, our impatience, our ego. Mature leaders pauses before they speak so that they can think about what they are thinking about. And then I like to go even further. They pray, Lord, I need clarity. I need wisdom. What is happening right now? What's going on with your daughter and your son? How do you want me to respond to your children? Many of you may not have gotten to that point, but I'm telling you it works. Just understand this that immature leaders process out loud. Leadership truth number 3. Your words set and create culture. Whether you realize it or not, you are the weather maker. You control the climate with your words and your environment. You control the client with your words and your environment. Your tone trains your team. Your language shapes your environment. Your reactions model behavior. And you are always teaching, especially when you're emotional. Ask me how I know. Disciplined speech is leadership protection. Now, here is your breathe lesson for today. I want to focus on the A in breathe, accept and ascend. We're going to focus on how we need to pause so that we can release all of the negative emotion that is going on, so that we can embrace peace and accept that our words carry weight. We need to ascend, go higher, by choosing restraint over reaction. We don't rise by talking more, we rise by governing better. So here's your self leadership assignment for this week. Before you respond to anything emotionally, challenging, or unexpected, remember to pause so that you can think about what you think about and process so that you can pray. Now ask yourself, is it necessary or is this reactive? Then choose wisdom. Now, next week, we'll talk about humility and promotion because leadership grows upward only when character grows downward. That means leadership goes up when our pride and our ego take a back seat. I'll see you next Sunday. Remember, wisdom builds what motivation cannot. I'm Dr. Obioma Martin, and I want to invite you to something truly amazing, the Believe Bigger 8-week group coaching program. I created this program for women who may not necessarily have the resources to work with me individually in executive coaching. However, you still deserve a space to grow, learn, and scale together. And this is why I created this space for us to come together for 8 weeks. We meet once a week online, and in that time, we focus on mindset mastery, discovering your purpose, stepping into your power, and showing up with presence as women leaders, CEOs, and mothers. The truth is, no matter your industry, we all face challenges that can feel isolated. But when we come together, we realize we're not alone. And it becomes crystal clear that it is okay to dream bigger and to believe bigger, and to do it in a community that truly sees you. If you're ready to step into a space where your growth is nurtured and your journey is celebrated, join us today. Visit obioma.org and let's believe bigger together.